a couple years ago, you guys wrote up a beautiful like plan, recommendations.
Yeah.
And then, we reached out to a few remediation companies in town. And what was interesting is they would want to make up their own plan. Like, oh, okay, well, we see their recommendations, but here's what we would do differently. I'm like,
Yeah.
no. Like, no, I'm not looking for your plan.
Yeah.
I want to follow, this medically, relevant plan set out by the inspector.
Yeah.
Can you do exactly this? Or, very close anyway, with maybe some minor adjustments that their team needed to do. But it was amazing how often they wanted to come and say, oh, well, we'll take this part out and we'll use this solution to clean, to wipe down with.
Yeah.
Or we're going to fog before this step. I'm like, no, we're not, and so they wanted to modify it. And so I like that you talk about being a part of the project, the sequencing and kind of the hand holding throughout the whole thing and making sure that the clients from start to finish, really do get the right thing, that you guys can be a part of the project the whole way through.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And we offer as much support as we can. As I'm sure you know, though, that there's a certain point where, we'll actually also recommend somebody like yourself to get involved. Again, these people are in high stress situations that they're not always thinking clearly, and to put all these things together, is really difficult. So we give as much as we can on the stuff we know, and then in certain cases, we'll send them to you as well to help with the coaching and things like that. So
and I love doing that part.
It's a community effort. Once you're kind of in this community, it takes all of us working in tandem: the doctors, the remediators, the coaches, anything we can do to help support the patient at the end of the day. And it takes that team approach. It takes everybody being on top of it. Going back to the remediators, it takes, somebody who's open-minded. And again, traditional remediation, it's fine for a lot of people out there. We need those remediators who are willing to take the next step and understand that, okay, even though that's built on some good stuff, we need to now build upon it. And that's the key, is getting those, individuals who are open to that. The remediation, it's really what we've been doing, just to the upteenth degree. It's, hey, we traditionally wipe this down once, let's do it 2 or 3 times. Let's not just do it with a wet method, let's also do a dry method at the end. Hey, I know we've been using all these chemicals for a long time, let's just rethink that. A lot of our patients can't be exposed to those chemicals. So, let's take another look at that. And it's at its core, mold remediation, this is something I feel like a lot of times we need to be reminded of. Mold remediation is not coming in and killing a bunch of mold. It's removing it. That's the key. Let's remove those contaminants instead of just trying to destroy them or put this harsh chemical on them and this one will break down the cell walls and this one will turn it into air. And let's just focus on the start of it, which is let's get as much of that contamination out of this space as we can. That's the best thing we can do to help ourselves and our patients along the way.